give you a perfect example. The department that we deal with at the Empire State Building is the IT department. Now, you would not think that printing, credit card processing, there's a link there, same with security, but that's where we had the opportunity to get uncovered. It was in the IT department, helping them get a printing solution. The credit card processing is kind of a natural because they're involved in communication, the transactions within the buildings. But credit card processing opportunity came by way of the IT department. So from that standpoint, it's if you go in and make assumptions, be careful. If you're speaking to this particular individual and you only assume that their responsibility is X, you could be making a huge mistake. And I think that's the reason why you want to ask the right questions, have an attack plan of why you're asking the questions, because what you don't want to do is just be all over the map. And very simply, we can be all over the map because of all the things that we represent. So we have to be really kind of careful and sort of let the tempo of the conversation, the discovery meeting, be led by the customer, right? One mouth, two ears, listen twice as much as you speak. And so that's kind of what we've done, is to get in tune with our clients and truly let them tell us. Because you know what? They will tell you. I think too often is that when you're representing a particular company with a particular product is that you want to tell them what's good for them. My product's the best for you. And being agnostic by representing a lot of companies, I don't have to do that. I can really allow the customer to tell me what's good for him because that's what we really want to hear. Because that's what's going to create comfort in his mind and trust that he's telling me what he thinks he knows best. Then, if we provide solutions and options to him, then I hopefully allow them to see what the landscape looks like and then allow them to determine it for themselves. And that's really what we want to be able to do. And that's really going back to, we are a value-added resource. We're professional, relationship management. That's what we do well. And I think in the channel that we're in, our pressures are much different than the folks that are in the direct selling side. I mean, you are driven by your own quota, your own desire to make a certain amount of income. The direct channel has, I think, a completely different set of parameters and pressures that prevent them from closing deals. Whereas, our approach, since it's, a little bit less aggressive, but it's still aggressive. We want to close every deal at some level. But I think the customers sitting across the table sense that. And I think that's allowed us to really probably take down the pressure of the conversation to be much more fluid versus me just going in there and telling them what I want to sell them. And I think that's really served us well. And it's taken time to get to that point where you're comfortable in enough of the products that you represent, the services, that you can have those conversations and not feel that, well, if I spent some of their time, I should be getting a deal right then and there. Because I was on the direct side, and I can tell you that from my experience, it was the pressure of, if I'm going to sit down, I've got to get some ink on paper. So, yes. Broadview did buy a security company. Broadview Networks here in New York bought a security company.